من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Just a bit of a different topic this morning, pointing out the magnificence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the miracles of the Quran and the world around us. So I'm just going to comment on a few of the miracles of astronomy that are mentioned in the Quran and that again that are evidence of Allah's power and might, subhanallah. Some of these facts were known just recently, but the Quran we know is everlasting and for all times, and it is an example of how the Quran could not have come from anyone except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those that doubt and say that the Prophet ﷺ wrote it, it's impossible. He did not know any of these things that were in it. And we continue to discover new facts in the Quran as we learn about the world around us. So one of the points, I'm just going to talk about a few because there are so many. In Surah Al-Dhariyat, it's mentioned how the heavens were built with immense power. Regarding the example of the Big Bang theory, and so how the world and the universe, everything was in one entity, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His might and with again His infinite power caused a tremendous explosion of this mass and the universe was created from that. The amount of energy and the amount of light and heat and everything that was generated is just incredible when you investigate it. And this is how everything was created. And again, this wasn't known until recently, but it was already mentioned in the Quran. And then also the comment that the universe is still expanding. Again, another ayah in the Quran mentioning that, and we know now that Einstein and some of the astronomers after him have noticed this fact, that the universe continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, how is this happening? Where is the energy from that coming from? How is this expansion occurring? The universe is already huge. How is this possible? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided this is so, and inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. So the universe is continuing to expand. In Surah Al-Anbiya, the sky is described as a roof well protected. And again, it is not known until recently how the atmosphere, the ozone layer, the magnetic properties of the earth actually protect us from harmful radiation and meteorites and other cosmic rays that come down to the earth, which without this protective layer we would be killed by the destruction and the negative aspects of these entities. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described this, and not only that, how He put it as protection for us, so that we may live on the earth in some safety. But we're also learning that unless we continue to take care of the earth well, that these protections that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put for us with global warming and climate change are being slowly destroyed. And so the ozone layer, we know, is being slowly decreased, and so more and more of these rays are coming in, skin cancer increasing, cancer in general increasing. The orbits of the planets and the stars, described in multiple places, also in Surah Al-Anbiya, Surah Yasin, how the planets, the sun, the stars are swimming in described orbits throughout the universe. So we know that these orbits are by the centimeter, and any change in any degree whatsoever, be it difference in tilt or difference in speed, things would be destroyed and chaos would occur. Explosions and planets changing, part of the global warming potentially. So the sun goes in a particular way, the earth, the moon, Venus, all the other planets. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described this in the Quran, and He's controlling it, with His might. Not only does He control the most smallest atom that we have here on the earth, but also these tremendous planets and universes around the world that we don't even know about, right? We know now that there are other galaxies. Our Milky Way galaxy is not the only galaxy. There are thousands and thousands of other galaxies out in the universe. There is another ayah that in the Quran mentions that He swears by mawaqi al-nujum. So this is interesting. He doesn't swear by the nujum specifically, He swears by the position of the stars. So we know now that scientifically when we look up in the sky and look at the stars, we're not actually seeing the stars in the exact time that they are in presently. We're seeing the light coming to us from millions of light years away. So these are stars as they were a long time ago. And where the stars are exactly, we don't know. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran doesn't say that He's just swearing about the stars, He's swearing about the position of the stars. So their exact location, even though we cannot see it and we don't know it. And then lastly, again, there's so many. We know that on the sun is a star, and all stars go through different phases. Supernova, nova, red dwarf, etc. And one of the signs of the last day is that the sun, subhanAllah, is going to be very close to the earth. It's going to become huge and tremendous and get even bigger and get so close to the earth. And this is one of the events that will happen on Judgment Day. And it's one of the reasons we know that the description, a'udhu billah, that we will be sweating and the sweat will be coming up to our necks because of the heat. And on that day there will be no shade except the shade that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides us somehow to be protected from this proximity of the sun. And then the sun itself will collapse and the universe around us in the descriptions of Judgment Day. So many facts in the Quran about astronomy. If you read more and more and more, it's just amazing. Think also about how any place we're standing, anyone on the earth is looking up to the sky. They're seeing the same moon that we see, the same sun. So all the Muslims around the world and all the people were united here on this earth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for us. And it should be a reminder to us that He put us here and He's created this protection, and in His might He's controlling the earth in its rotation and its position in the universe, and any change would cause great destruction. So may Allah protect us and help all the Muslims around the world, especially those in need, and help us to be protected on the day that there will be no shade by the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then there was a request to make dua for the father of Amir. He's going through a surgery, so please remember him in your dua. May Allah heal him and make him have a successful surgery and have a speedy recovery. And may Allah also help all those that have passed away in the last few days. Have mercy on them and give them rawda min rawdat al-Jannah. Jazakumullah khair.